Hey everyone, this is Tracy with Color Me This. This is episode 289. It is the weekly color review. I have a new setup today. I bought an actual expanding arm, not tripod. It has a heavy base. It has a working light. My other light worked, but the phone attachment had broke off years ago. So I was using like a two-part extended snake thingy. That is why it shook so much. So I finally invested in this lovely lamp. And I am sitting at a different location tonight for filming. I have a sticky note with my stats for when we do the stats. So in the weekly review, we will review everything that I have colored. We will go over the pencils that I used. And then we'll talk about next week, finishing off with some statistics. However, I did just grab all of my stuff from the pod that we had shipped across the US. And some of the things that came was a selection of jewelry that I made back in the day. I have only made very simple jewelry since about 10 years ago. Before my spine injury, I was very actively involved in jewelry making, so I have something to share with you. It has not been polished or anything. It is sterling silver and 14 karat gold. So this agate is bezel set, and I created the bezel with the scalloping. I took the back was a disc and I cut it down to size. I soldered it to the bezel. And then I cut this little flower with my jeweler's saw. This was all an experiment in seeing how well I could manipulate the saw. So you can see this back goes out where I then soldered on this little 14 karat gold flower, and then these little dots. I think that dot I made, as well as that dot. And then the little daisies are little tiny findings you can buy. And I chose this beautiful agate and then shaped the necklace. Oh, and then I hand soldered on. And the big thing here is this particular, let's see if I can make it stay focused. It's crooked. I soldered it on and soldered it crooked. I could probably, but see, now it's too late. Once you have this bezel, the stone in, you can no longer solder. So I have committed it, and that's one thing I made. Sorry about the ring reflecting. That is the joy of jewelry. So I'll probably show a couple of these pieces. Some of them need to be cleaned up. So that is what I did in my past, and it's one of the reasons why my hands are so troublesome today. I did a lot. The main thing I actually did was not that. I did wire wrapping, but I have not pulled out a piece yet that I would feel comfortable with sharing with you. Okay, so I completed, I believe, 3 pages. I have one work in progress that is very close to being complete that I did make progress on. All of the completed, 3 of the pages that were completed, 2 of them I did with you guys as real time. They were done during the daily colors this week. One was done while I was babysitting Bubba the dog, and it has been finished. So let's first review what I did in Small Victories. I worked on the glass jar, and homework for me was all the white and the top. So the top has some gold. I put a little tiny gold dot at the top of the building, and then the flags weren't colored, and I made those gold as well. This was done with Color 180 Black Barrel, the 3.8 millimeter core, and I do again have real-time videos of all of the days. I think I did this, did I do this in 2 days or 1? This was like my fastest full page image that I've colored, and I might have done it in 1 day. Yeah, so that was completed. Oh, then Magical Worlds came, and it just, everything, like, the rails fell off. I think Small Victories I did on Tuesday. Before I show you the Magical Worlds, I think I want to share this one with you. This one I was working on tonight, trying to finish it, but I had company come, And my friend Dawn came and we were discussing computers and such. Then my mom wanted me to watch Bubba while they went to dinner at 6 o'clock. And so here I am in the dark, very late to film this. I'm going to take and raise up my... See how easy that was? So much less shaking. All right, so here's where we're at on this page. What I owed you guys was finishing all of the vines and finishing the brick. I have made progress. It is not quite done yet. It is mostly done. So I will share this one more week. So I'm going to call this a WIP. It can't be done. Look, look at all the ivy that still is not colored. So I just figured I don't want to be like coloring this till midnight before sharing it with you. It's okay for me to not finish things in any schedule. I need to just remember coloring is for me to relax. I'm saying this to myself as much as to you guys. So don't stress if things are taking too long. Let them take their natural course of time. I really enjoyed coloring this. We will move this off the table. Now we're getting on to the new fun stuff. So back to, I should probably just put a little plug in. We are coloring the camping page, which I think the label fell out of it. Right here. Nope, didn't. So this one is the one everyone voted on. I have 3 sets of pencils to choose from. If you want to go and answer the poll, I am not sure exactly when I'm going to dive back into either Small Victories or Romantic Country, because right now I'm all addicted to Magical Worlds, being that it is new to everyone, and I'm very excited. So here's what I completed this week. I used my very first colored pencil set I ever bought were right here, the Albrecht Dürer. I bought a 60 set. Ooh, boy, back in 2017, I'm going to say. And I had used them for some card making, but then I bought the Stampin' Up! Colored pencils, watercolor, and started using those, and the Albrecht Dürer sat in my trailer traveling thousands of miles. Maybe a year or so later, I was now getting into animal and nature drawing, and I bought the ink tents to do backgrounds. Never touched them. This is my first time ever using them, and I really enjoyed them. All of these are filmed in real time on the Daily Colors. I think I did 4 or 5 days of this, and then today was a bonus day where I finished the last snail over here. So lots of fun there. Oh, next, what we're going to do next in this book is the pumpkin page, because we are almost to the end of the month, or almost to Halloween, and I want to get this colored this year. I guess technically it'll still be fall in November, but it would be great if I could just dive into this, and according to my sheet telling me what I need to use, though I did use Polychromos, was supposed to be the big boat, but I started to use those. I only used a few of them on the top row with the Albrecht Dürer, and I did not use them enough. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on and use them for this pumpkin. And we will start this project tomorrow. The third finished page is kind of funny. I'm going to go in reverse order here. So this was colored. You saw this as a WIP last week. Let's make sure you're focused. And this is a copy. I played with the word fall. I'm not like a lettering person. So this particular fall has some red. I believe it's one of the red. It's like wine red, I believe. It has wine red. Then it has gold. And then the inner part is Wink of Stella, so it is sparkly. I did not on the sample color this bow. Try number 2. Oh, this is actually try number 1. This is watercolor paints in 3 different colors, and they didn't work. This is actually acrylic right here. This is my black acrylic that I have. And if you will see the black outline stronger, it's because then I took a Copic multiliner, a 0.3, and I outlined the letters again. None of the colors struck me as good enough to actually do, but my favorite of these, I think, is this copper color. These are the 3 golds. Were Temu watercolor paints. Very inexpensive. Okay, so that was a fail. Okay, this one is fun, kind of blingy. I used Extreme Glitter acrylic folk art paint purchased at Walmart. And then I have red Sparkle Pop. It's black and red. And then I did a line of gold. So that's actually, from my view, I like, of the 3 mock-ups that I did, I like this the best. So what did I decide to actually do? Here it is. I kind of chickened out, didn't I? I have used one of the lighter pinky tones from the brick. Then I also did little black lines with black pencil to give each of the letters a little bit of a 3D look. Then I did the Wink of Stella, so I did really like the Wink of Stella. So it's shimmery, soft, subtle shimmery. Then I used Posca Gold and went inside the pink line, almost inside the inner soft black line to finish it off. And then this ribbon ended up being white. Looking at it through here, you'll see that around my edges, I left everything kind of faded away, and I did the wood, just making a little artistic interpretation. So I left this ribbon white with Wink of Stella with very subtle pink. It's sort of pink, and then this right here is a little bit yellow. Because I thought that the fall lettering being white, it needed a balance of more white, which is why I left these flowers. Looking through here, I would like a little more color, so I might go back in. Even though this is technically done, I even signed it on the bottom with today's date. But I wouldn't mind doing a little more yellow and just making the centers of these flowers more colorful. Other than that, I really like how it came out, and it was a lot of fun. I think I did this over a 2-week period, coloring a little every day. So that is my 3rd completed image. Small Victories. Where's my Small Victories book? When we get back to Small Victories, I just want to share. I did count last week, and I did not share with you that this is the boat we were going to do next. It was going to be Polychromos, but I'm going to do the Magical Worlds first with the pumpkin in Polychromos, and then we'll work on through our pencils. And I have 28 pages left. I counted them. I think 28. It might be 29 with this boat. There are 82 pages in this book. I have less than half left, and I do not want to lose total focus on this book, so I will be making myself break away from the Magical Worlds at some point, as in I won't do it every day, but I might still color in Magical Worlds once or twice a week, color in Romantic Country once or twice a week, which leaves once or twice a week for Small Victories. So last, we're going to talk about stats, and I always promise to leave something in front of you. I'm going to leave my latest purchase. I bought the swirls. I looked for these at Walmart and couldn't find them. Oh, you know what this is? Now that you can see this, I'm going to pause. That is sticky. My mom had coffee with me the other day, and when I filmed the neon, the refilm of the neon and metallics, I noticed it, and it is still here. So I'm going to pause, because if I don't wipe it off, I will never remember. So I'll be right back. I am back. and my coffee rings are gone. Yay. So the only thing I don't like about using a ring is, you see how you can see the reflection? I stopped using the ring while card making because of the reflection. But I think for, if we analyze this, the coloring books that I color, see how there isn't like a big shine? So I think that it will work really well for coloring books. So that is my thought. And that is the main reason why I bought this special arm, and I can get close really easy, which I love. So, and it'll be fun to use in the recliner. It will not shake as much, which would be great. I might shake with my clipboard, but this won't shake. All right, so I could just leave this page up. I was going to leave the swirls. So I can't wait to try out the swirls. I can't wait to play with the neons. I can't believe I have 3 pencil sets. And they were really, really inexpensive. I don't even know how much I paid for the, probably $3 or $4 at the most for the swirls. Okay, stats for the week. The week, it was really busy. I was very excited about the magical worlds, so my coloring experience was really fantastic. I did also enjoy this picture here, as well as completing the romantic country. So I've had just a very fun, satisfying coloring week. My mom even colored with me yesterday. I had Dawn over last week and we colored. She was over tonight, but we did other stuff, non-coloring. We just didn't have time to get to coloring. But my mom did come over. Like I said, I think she came over yesterday. That's how the rings got here on the table, because she was sitting here coloring. It is really fun. The whole buddy color idea is great if you do it virtually, remotely, because you don't have anybody nearby. And my crafting world is that way. I make cards with my friend Libby, who is a fellow demonstrator, and we craft once a week. I mean, once a month. So she is actually coming in December, and we're going to do a little 3-day retreat where that's what I will take time off of coloring for those 3 days, and she and I will just craft. It will be right before needing to send out Christmas cards, so I'll be able to cram my last minute Christmas cards in. All right, stats for last week. Views were up 28%, 2.3K. Watch time was way up, almost 50% more than normal, 350 hours of watch time. Subscribers were up 13%. I got 18, and I had a high day of 6, which is always fun. The last 48-hour view, where I have the vertical chart that shows hour by hour people viewing my videos, not a single, so for 3 weeks now, not a single hour has no visits, and that's even like overnight. So that is pretty fantastic. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I had a total of 586 views in the last 48 hours, and I don't even know, this stat pretty much is always the same every week. The most recent 3 videos seem to be the ones that get the views the most. So I haven't had like an outlier video that went viral that is all of a sudden at the top. It's all my most recent ones. So I'm not sure what to make of that. Like, is that bad? Is that good? I don't know. I just know that seeing consistent activity on my channel, it makes me happy. And again, I do the stats to make things real and put it there in front of everyone and myself, so that the work that I am doing here, everyone can see that I am taking it seriously and doing the best I can to improve my channel, while at the same time using my coloring as a way to be relaxed and calm. All right, so next week we're just going to resume our daily colors on Monday. I still have an outlying promise for the conversion chart from the Starjoy Gold matches up with Prismacolor, which I swear it's like 92% done, but things are crazy hectic here. So hopefully next week I will find some free time to take care of that. And then I now have a backlog of 3 sets of pencils. And way back, I bought a lot of Holbeins, and those still need to be swatched. So depending on how strict I am, I may make myself hit the Holbeins as soon as I finish the conversion chart. And if I have missed anything at all, or you have any comments, concerns, anything that you want to let me know, please leave a comment. I love to hear from you guys. And don't forget to go do that poll and tell me which set of pencils that you would like me to use in the romantic country on the camping page. Again, that was a random number generator, and the only one of the rolls was a set of pencils. It was a 50. It was the metallics, and I wanted at least 100. So the other 3 rolls were sets over 100. So that is how those 3 got chosen, if you were curious. And I hope to see you all tomorrow.